partner submitted our joint project under only her name 1 hour before the deadline. Vanessa had been difficult to work with all semester. She canceled 3 of our scheduled sessions, missed 2 lab days where I covered her portion, and sent me her section of the final write-up 40 minutes before it was due with typos I didn't have time to fix. What I didn't know until I checked the submission portal was that she had uploaded the full project under her student ID only, not as a shared submission, at 10 o'clock on the deadline night. I found out at 10:53. Here is the thing about working with a difficult partner. You start keeping records early not because you expect something like this to happen, but because you sense things are off and you protect yourself. I had a shared document going back to the first lab session. Every entry had a date and time. My edits were logged in the version history. Her name appeared in 0 entries before the last week of the project. My methodology section, my data analysis, and my conclusion were all in there with timestamps from the previous 3 weeks. I had also kept a log of every lab session we had attended, including notes on who had conducted which parts of the experiment. I sent myself a summary email after each session. 11 emails all dated and timestamped sitting in my sent folder. At 11:15, I submitted my own complete version of the project under my student ID alone. I included all documentation in a separate file attached to the submission, the shared document version history, the session log, and a note explaining that our submission discrepancy existed and that I was flagging it proactively. Professor Dr. Osai responded 2 days later with a message asking both of us to come to his office hours. He had reviewed both submissions and the documentation I had sent. He asked Vanessa to explain the version history.